Hey guys, welcome back. So this is my third time filming this video. Today I'm actually doing the college advice video. Very fitting because school already started and some of y'all are probably losing your minds right now because same, but hopefully I can help you a little bit. So I asked you guys on Instagram to send me questions that you guys had about college or whatever, if you guys needed advice, and y'all asked a lot of questions, so I'm here to help you. So okay, so the first question was, how do you apply? And it depends on what school you're actually going to. I know in Texas the schools actually go through, well, most of the schools go through what is called Apply Texas, and hopefully you've heard of that. It's just like overall like application site. Other schools usually just go to their website and hopefully it says apply there. The next question was, does Raise Me actually work? And my answer to that is yes, Raise Me works. If you don't know what Raise Me is like this. So it's an app that you just like input like your grades. Like say you got an A in like calculus, you put in high school, you put an A, and then you just put all your grades for all your classes. You put like your community service hours, your extracurriculars, like all this stuff that you've done throughout high school, and you put it into this app. And for each thing they'll give you a certain amount of money, and different schools give you like different amounts of money. So I know like for me, I started Raise Me really late. I probably did it like my last semester of my senior year, so I of course like forgot a lot of things that I did throughout high school, and I still got $2,000 from UT, so I just got a free $2,000 scholarship. It's really convenient. It's super easy. It's like the easiest scholarship ever. Like please listen to your teachers when they tell you to do Raise Me, please, it works. The next question is how to not procrastinate, and sis, let me tell you, I don't know. Just kidding. I mean, you kind of just gotta get your priorities straight, and like say your friends want to like spontaneously do something on Sunday night, you're probably not gonna be able to go because you procrastinated your assignment till that night, so now you're gonna miss out on the fun. So I know it's easier just to like do your assignment as soon as you get it and then just submit it and like enjoy your life after that. But I mean, you'll get better at it, and if you don't, as long as you get it done, right? As long as you get it done, you're fine. But yeah, I'm actually going to talk about this later on, but I also write down all the assignments that I have to do, and I give myself a deadline. Like even though that's not actually when it's due, it's like before. I still give myself a deadline just so I know that I have to do it by this day. So yeah, you know. So yeah, just like get your life together and like write things down, and yeah. The next question is how to write your essay, and I actually got multiple people asking this question. So my advice for writing your essay is to completely be yourself. Like you don't know how many like essay graders have to read the same essay over and over again of people trying to say, oh, I was in student council, I was in honor society, I was captain of the volleyball team, you know, like everybody says that. Like you just have to make yourself stand out from everybody, even though it seems like you do. Like with all those things, like how many other people have done that, you know? Like it also depends on the topic of the essay, but if it's just like a personal narrative, I would probably describe like a hardship that I went through and just talk about how that formed me into the person that I am. And don't be afraid to like talk about your failures, because if I was like trying to hire someone or trying to like get someone to come to my school, I would rather pick the person who failed for all these years and finally learned how to be good and be better and excel, than to have someone who excelled their whole life and is gonna shut down when they fail once, you know? Like it's okay to not be perfect. It really is, just as long as you're yourself. But of course you do want to talk about the things that you're good at, and like don't think that just because you did something that everybody else did that you shouldn't include it. Of course you should, but don't base your essay off of that. Also, please ask a lot of people to freaking what are they called, to revise your essay, because like ask your teacher, ask your mom, ask your dad, ask your grandma, ask your grandpa, ask your little brother. I'm just kidding. Ask anyone who is like good at writing or that you trust to just revise your essay to see just like grammatically, even if you could structure it differently, because you might think it's great, but when someone else reads it, they might see like your flaws, and you have to be able to take in constructive criticism, or else you're not going to succeed in anything. Alright, guys, and you can't tell by the quality of this video, which is probably better if I'm being honest. My camera died, so now I'm recording on my phone. The next question is, how do you do to stay so motivated? And honestly, if you think about it, you're paying thousands of dollars for what? You know, like, you're not gonna pay thousands of dollars just to sit on your ass and do nothing. Like, you're paying that money because you want to be better, you want to get an education, you want to get that career in the end. So you have to remember what you're working towards so that you can ultimately get that goal, get that money, get that bread, girl, get that bread, sis, you know? So like, I don't do this, but I should. But maybe just write down like your weekly goals, daily goals, monthly goals, yearly goals, and like do everything that you can to get closer to those goals, and hopefully that will motivate you. Another thing that I wanted to mention was, if you're not motivated, if you just feel like you're in a hole that you can't get out of, like, it's okay. You aren't the only one. So many people look like they're okay, but they're not. Like, they're not. Everybody's going through the same thing. Everybody is just going through it, sis. Like, they're going through it. So like, I'll also talk about this later on, but just don't forget that you're not alone, and everybody else is probably stressed out just like you are. The next question is, how did you know what to major in? And honestly, this is just like a personal preference from you, what you're interested in. Yeah, so going to UT, I was actually unmajored. I was undeclared. I didn't have a major because I already had an idea of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do forensic science, but at UT they don't have a forensic science major, so I was kind of like, I don't know what to do, because forensic is like a lot of different elements, and UT also doesn't have a criminal justice school, so it was kind of hard for me. But ultimately I decided that I wanted to do like the science route, like in the lab route, because I could not do like autopsies. I actually wanted to do like crime scene investigation, but I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do with dead bodies, so I decided that it would be better for me to do like DNA analysis, stuff like that. Like, that's what I'm working towards. So I ultimately had to pick between like going down a chemistry path or a biology path. I decided after my first year at UT that biology was best for me, so then I applied into the College of Natural Sciences and into the major biology, and thank God I got in. I kind of always knew I wanted to do forensics, so just do whatever you are truly passionate about, because sis, I grew up watching I still watch Criminal Minds. I watch, even though that's not really forensics, but like Bones, CSI, like all those types of shows. Like, I grew up watching those, and like seeing like the like graphic scenes like didn't faze me. Like, is that like questionable? Like, is that like, should I be worried? But anyways, yeah, so I just knew that I wanted to do that, and yeah. So my advice, I guess, after that long rant is just do what you are truly passionate about, because if you pick something that you are doing for the money, you are gonna hate your life. Sis, listen to me, you're gonna hate your life. So please do what you are truly passionate about. The next one was it hard leaving home? And yeah, it definitely was. I'm kind of weird, so like last year when I was first moving to Austin, like as it started getting closer to the date that I was leaving, I guess it didn't hit me. I was like with my friends a lot, just trying to like grasp like all the time I had left with everybody, and it was definitely fun. So I definitely recommend doing that. Of course you can't do that now, but Rona. Anyways, okay. But yeah, as the days got closer, I realized like, oh my god, I'm not gonna see my mom every day, like I'm gonna see my dad, my grandma, you know, like it was sad. But ultimately you have to leave sometime, you know. Might as well leave when you're young, when you have the chance to explore things by yourself, when you're not married, when you don't have kids, you know. Leave once you have the chance, when you're young and you are free. So I always knew I wanted to leave because I just thought that was best for me. It really was hard once my parents actually left in Austin. If you guys watched my freaking move out my college moving video last year, sis cried. I cried. So like, definitely it was hard, but you get used to it. Probably like after a month or two, you definitely feel like, okay, like I'm good, I'm chilling. Especially if you already have friends at the school that you're going to, you're good. You're straight. I didn't, so it was kind of hard for me, but I got through it and I'm here. This time it definitely was hard, but since I already got used to it, it wasn't as hard, you know? So more of the story, it was hard, but you get used to it after a while. Next, okay. The next one is tips on scholarships and grants. And I also got another question that asked, he had asked like that he had said that he had trouble with scholarships and like applying to schools. So the tips that I have is to please do every scholarship that is presented to you, because that is literally free money. Yeah, free money. Like you see like, oh, to write a freaking essay, it's so boring, but like you can literally write that essay in like 30 minutes if you're good at writing, and like you can potentially get thousands of dollars. So even if it's just hundreds of dollars, like that is free money that you can get, that you don't have to work for, that you don't have to pay anyone back, you know? So like if you have a chance to do a scholarship, please do it. I know at my high school I was actually put in a class that I had to do scholarships during the whole class, and I hated it because I was like, oh my god, like there's so many people applying to these scholarships. Like I was so discouraged, like I'm not gonna get this, and I actually ended up getting one. And yeah, it wasn't for that much, but it was for $1,000, and like, hey, a free $1,000, and that's what I'm talking about. But my iPad, on my phone, like if you're talking about like FAFSA, you definitely need to be on the ball with FAFSA, because in college nobody's gonna be kissing your ass for you to be doing shit on your own. Like nobody's gonna be doing that, so you need to do it by yourself, and if you don't do it, no one's gonna do it for you. So FAFSA opens in October. Do it in October, and you'll get it. You get a notification from the school that you're going to around perhaps like May-ish, June. I might be wrong on that one, and they tell you all the money they're gonna give you, and first come first serve. If you apply first, you're gonna get the most amount of money, and I'm telling you that right now. That's for FAFSA. Of course, if you qualify for FAFSA, some people who make a lot don't, but we pour up in here, so we do. Yeah, definitely be on the ball with that. There's always going to be resources for you to seek out, take them, and yeah, so that's that on that. Next question. Do you have time to work out in college, and do you need to? Sis, you do have time to work out. You have time to do anything that you put your mind to, but making time is a different story. If working out is not important to you, you won't do it. You do everything that's important to you, you know? So you definitely do have time to work out. You have time to do anything, but making time, that's what you gotta do. Do you need to? I definitely do think you should. You don't have to like freaking go to the gym every day or anything, but maybe just go for walks. Just keep yourself moving, because when you're in college, you're gonna be sitting on your butt most of the day. You're gonna be studying, you're gonna get bored, you're gonna eat chips, and you're gonna get a little chunky, you know? Because that was me. And just to like, not even just to lose weight, just to like maintain your weight, just do a little bit of exercise here and there, you know? I definitely do think you should. Okay, next question is it better to go to community college first? I actually think this is a personal opinion, personal preference, because it depends on what you want. If you want to save money and you want to get finished, yeah, basically if you want to save money, it is wiser to go to community college, because the university is expensive, and community college cheap. If you just want to just knock out your classes, you don't really care about the college experience, go to community college, definitely not a problem. I would probably have done that if I didn't get the opportunity to come to UT. Yeah, because it's cheaper, but it really is just up to you if you want to experience that college life, not necessarily like partying or anything, but just want to be a part of a university. Or if you're like me and got presented an opportunity that you never thought you would get again, then of course go to university, but that's all up to you. So community college cheaper but not as exciting, university more expensive but super exciting. You just gotta pick. Sorry, the next question is study tips. My first study tip is to write everything in your agenda. This is my agenda. I got this at Target, super cute. Well, the August, I kind of have a little bit. August is already gonna end. I haven't really wrote down that much stuff because I still need to get my life together. But like, here's my agenda, and I write down literally every single assignment that I have. I write down my assignments due on the day before they're actually due, so that I can get myself to do it early and I won't miss an assignment. And as I complete the assignment, I highlight it off, so you can tell I haven't done it because I haven't highlighted it. But yeah, so that is my biggest study tip, is to please just write everything down, because you'll be organized and you won't miss an assignment. The second study tip, I also have I have calendars everywhere. Another study tip is just use a lot of color. I don't do this, sometimes I do, but sometimes like throughout class, like I'll take really ugly notes and then I'll like write them again and write them pretty. But that's just whenever I'm feeling like not lazy. That definitely is like a good study tip, because you're in class, you're just like, oh, like writing down whatever the professor says, but you're not actually thinking about it unless you're like really good at doing that. I'm not. So once you write them again, you actually go back and read what it says and you understand it more. So yeah, definitely, even if you don't write them again, at least go over them after class so that you can like actually take in the information that was given to you. And yeah, that's a really big study tip, to go over what you learned in class. Also, this is also kind of like the procrastinating one. I would, if you get assigned an assignment in class and you have like an hour or two to spare right after that class, I would just knock the assignment out, because the information is fresh in your head, and also you won't have to procrastinate later on, right? Just killing two birds with one stone. You never love birds, you don't kill them. Anyways, yeah. Oh, so my best friend's sister actually helped me out with this, because we asked her like study tips, and she was like, print out your PowerPoints, and it's so easy. So like you can print out like your PowerPoints, like maybe like 4 per, you can even do like 6 per page, but I do 4 just because I'm blind. You can print out your PowerPoint slides, 4 per page, and then you can actually like highlight, take notes on that. That helped me out a lot in my biology class last year. And I definitely do think that's a really good study tip. And also you can just like hole punch them, put them in a binder, and you can have them all together. The next question is how to find the perfect college. And I don't know, I wish I could give more like thought on this. Of course you have to make sure they have your major, because I didn't do that. But I kind of always had my heart set on coming to UT, so once I knew I would get in, I was like, I'm gonna go to UT. So it's definitely up to you. If you have a dream college and you get in, just go. Like, you have the opportunity, take it, because life is all about opportunity, and you will probably never get the opportunity again. But if you don't have an idea of what college, maybe you can always look up the price, because if you go to an out-of-state college, it's gonna be hella expensive. I'm telling you that right now. Unless you're in, like in El Paso, I know like NMSU, they charge you like in-state tuition because it's so close. But like anywhere else, they're gonna charge you out-of-state tuition, and it's freaking expensive. Like at UT, I think the in-state tuition is like 10,000 something, and the out-of-state is like 32. Like, it's crazy. It's so crazy. So yeah, definitely look at the tuition rate, look at the graduation rate, look at all the stats on the success of the college. Also look, I think the location of the college really does make a difference, because you're not gonna want to go to a college where like it's in the middle of nowhere and you're gonna like be scared to be there, you know, like it's gonna be boring. Like, why would you want to go to college like that? I don't know, that's my, unless you're like, you love being by yourself, then go upstairs, you know. I'm personally not like that, and that's why I'm in Austin. Okay, the next question is how to make friends. Oh, Tate. So the way I made friends was, I'm actually in this thing called a FIG. Well, I was in this thing called a FIG, and it stands for first year interest group. And basically what that is, it's like 10 to 15 students are put in like all the same classes. So, and we met up once a week. So we all had the same classes, we all had the same homework, we'd work together, and then we'd meet once a week to talk about like just random stuff. So that definitely, all my friends are from there. Also like just from classes, like finding people who are mutually like confused, that always helps. I just met a friend on my Zoom class because we were in the same breakout room, and we were just like talking about random stuff. And yeah, so just put yourself out there, be yourself, and if people don't like that, then frick them, and you can find better friends. So yeah, but don't be afraid, don't like isolate yourself because you're gonna like not make any friends, because of course if you're not approachable, people are not gonna approach you, you know. So just put yourself out there. Also join organizations, because I didn't do that and I really wish I would, but now I can't because of Rona. So it wouldn't make sense for me to join an org because I'm just gonna waste my money because I can't go anywhere anyways. Yeah, join organizations so that you can make friends. Okay, the next question is very important, and it is how to cope with anxiety. And so my number one advice, and what helped me the most, which sounds dumb but really did help me, is realizing that you are not alone. I came to UT thinking I'm too dumb to be here, I do not belong here, I'm only here because I got in automatically. Like, my SAT scores were ass, I just didn't feel like I belonged. Until I met all my friends and they thought the same thing about themselves, and I thought they were like, you look at everybody and you're like, oh my god, everybody's so smart, everybody has their life together, and no, they don't. Some people are just better at acting like they are, but they're not. Everybody's going through their own struggles, and sometimes their struggles are the same as yours, so just know you're not alone. You will find those people, and whenever you have an issue, okay, my 8th grade teacher actually taught this to me. So she told me that her husband, she actually would have like a lot of anxiety and stress about her problems, and he told her, like, okay, so think about your problem, right? So when you think about your problem, is there a solution to your problem? And depending on your problem, you can determine yes, there's a solution, or no, there's not a solution. So if there is a solution, then you have to work towards figuring out that solution and solving it, so you can solve your problem, you know? But if there's not a solution, then there's no need to worry about it because it's out of your control. So just kind of think about that. If it's something that is out of your control, then it is out of your control, and just let it be. Don't stress about it. Just literally, this is my life motto. It is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
You know, it is what it is. So just, you're not alone. You will figure out a way to get through it. Even though at the moment when you are full of anxiety and stress, you might not realize that, but you will figure it out. I'm telling you, please trust me, you will figure it out and you will be okay. You're not alone. And if you do feel alone, I know at UT, and I'm pretty sure at every other college, they have like mental health resources that you can reach out to if you're just feeling alone, feeling down, you're not, maybe even you're feeling like a bit worse than how I'm explaining it, you can always contact them. A lot of them are what's it called? It's called confidential. Like, they're like sealed, like nobody will know about them. So definitely reach out to them. Maybe just reach out to a friend, even if you don't want to tell them your problems. Maybe just like be like, hey, like, you want to go to the mall, and just to like relax your mind. Also, I forgot to mention this in like the study tips. When you're studying, please do not study for 10 hours straight. Like, study for an hour maybe, or 2 hours if that's not a lot for you. Then after those 2 hours, take a 30-minute break, a 5-minute break. Maybe go to the store, go hang out with your friends for a little bit, come back and start again, because if you study for the whole time, you're gonna just go crazy. And I'm telling you that because I did that my first semester, and I felt so alone, and I felt like if I wasn't studying, I was failing myself, and that is definitely not it. You study until you get it, because you're studying for 10 hours, your brain is gonna get fried. Your brain needs a break. So let your brain breathe. Let yourself breathe. Go take a walk. Go to the mall. Go freaking paint your nails. Do a face mask. Like, do something just to get your mind off of it, and just so you can realize that school, yes, school takes up a lot of your time, but school does not have to take over your life. Okay? Okay. So the next question is, what to take to your dorm. Okay guys, I'm just gonna leave a bunch of stuff in the description because this video got way too long and there's way too many things, so yeah. Oh, take shower sandals, because if you step in that shower that everybody has stepped in, you nasty. With your bare ass feet, no. Take some shower sandals. I have some flip-flops that were probably $1, and I even use them here because, you know. Bring some games because you're gonna get bored in your freaking dorm. And ladies, bring your face mask, bring your nail polish. Everything. The next question is, and this is the final question of, what do you regret? And let me tell you, sis, although there are a few things that I wish I would have done differently to get a better outcome, or maybe things that I wish I would have done, period. I definitely do not regret anything because I am very true to the fact that I believe that everything that I've done, everything that life has brought my way has been for a reason and has brought me to this place exactly, and I would not want to change that for the world. Of course, like I said, I wish I would have joined an organization, but I'm not dwelling on that. I'm not like, oh my god, I hate myself because I didn't join an organization now. I definitely do not have any regrets. You have to just learn, you have to live life and learn your own way, and that's just how life is, you know? Like, you might be doing something wrong, but as long as you learn from it, then that is all that matters. I definitely do not think you should regret anything that you do. And yeah, so finally, so that's the end of this video. I know if you guys are actually keeping up with me, you guys have been waiting for this video for a long time. I'm so sorry that it took me forever to freaking give it to you, but it is here now. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys for watching this video, for supporting me, because you know, I know I'm a small channel, but I am trying to put myself out there, and I actually really appreciate you guys, and I hope that part of this video helped you in some way, even if you're not going to college. Maybe just like you learned how to like cope with anxiety or something, you know? Like, if I helped one person, that's that is making a change, and that's all that matters to me. And I hope it helped you out a little bit and brought some ease to your college experience. Definitely, I would say if you follow me on Instagram or something, you can definitely reach out to me if you have some like more personal questions that you want like a more in-depth explanation or advice on. You can definitely reach out to me. I will definitely answer. Just like hit me up. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. This video is long enough. I appreciate you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye.
Yo, Kiwi, thank you, bro.
Tryna let you know how it is, you know. You my best friend. Yeah. Swish.